What's up guys, it's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing a review on a new type of product I have never used before. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, well, I admitted that I honestly, you guys, have not been feeling like putting on foundation at all. It's like if I'm not filming a video or like going somewhere super fancy, which is never, I don't want to wear foundation. It's just way too hot. And then also starting next week, I'll be traveling quite a bit for the next like month or two. And I wanted to find something that was lightweight, that wasn't foundation that I could apply with my fingers, that was like really quick and easy and on the go product that can basically help to even out my skin complexion. Like I didn't want anything that was too full coverage, that was too heavy, that required too much work, but just something that just like helped me look put together with very, very, very minimal effort. And the thing is, like with me currently, there hasn't really been an in-between. It's either I'm looking like this completely barefaced or I have a full on beat, and I wanted something like right in the middle. So I went to Sephora the other day and I asked the lady if she had any good recommendations for tinted moisturizers. Now, tinted moisturizers are like a thing. They've been around for so long, but I've honestly, like I said, I never really used it just because I haven't thought to pick it up. So she recommended that I should try out the Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. And I looked at the reviews on Sephora.com and they had pretty good reviews, and we will see how this is. So she shade matched me. We'll see if she was right. She shade matched me to the shade Martinique, which is medium dark 3. And this is a moisturizer. It does has SPF in it. It has SPF 30 sunscreen. So the uses, it says to help prevent sunburn. And it says if it's used as directed with other sun protection measures, it decreases the risk of skin cancer and early skin aging caused by the sun. This is more so, or what I plan to use this is for more so like an everyday, just on the go face base to kind of help, again, make me look decent, make me look put together. So like for church, for work, for traveling, like for traveling days, because I'm going to travel to the airport, I usually go no makeup. So like just days like that where I just want to put in as little effort as possible, but still want to look, you know, decent. Hopefully this works. I can use this for that. So I'm going to go ahead and first prime my skin. Okay, so I'm going to be using two different primers. I'm going to be using first the Decay Urban Defense Complexion Primer, and this also has SPF in it as well. So this is just a plain transparent or translucent primer that has SPF in it that was created to act as an environmental protection base for your skin. So I have that down. Next up, of course, is going to be a mattifying primer. I cannot, anytime I wear makeup, I cannot not have on a mattifying primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my absolute favorite Becca Evermatte primer and apply this to my T-zone, to my forehead, my cheek area, because this is definitely where I get the most, like down here in these little pockets. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my Nars Foundation. My goal ideally is to just use my fingers. Like I want to keep it as minimal as possible. So I'm gonna take it on my hands, and I took that much. That may be a bit too much, but we'll see. Rub it together, kind of pat it all over, and basically, okay, yeah, that's too much. I'm gonna treat it as a moisturizer. Okay, so this definitely feels very creamy. I really like the consistency of it. It's super creamy. It feels really, really good. And like it's really easy to work into the skin. And it feels really, really good. So, first note, it is a bit too orange. The color match is not perfect. And I can't remember how the one lighter than this looked on me. But look at my hands, you guys. That's not pretty at all. I'm going to wait and just see how it works, like how it sets into the skin after I get done applying a little concealer and stuff. But just off, we can obviously tell that's not an exact match. That's the only thing about this moisturizer is I believe it comes in like 8 shades. It's not a huge shade range, so I may kind of just be stuck, but kind of just feeling it all over. It's like a little sticky kind of, but it still feels really, really lightweight. So aside from color though, coverage looks great. Like again, it's not of course it's not a foundation, so it's not a full coverage type of product. Again, you guys, this is more so just for like everyday wear. I like that. I like the coverage. I feel like it evened me out without it looking too cakey or too, you know, like it's just too much. Honestly, I think I did apply too much. Like I probably could have gotten like great coverage with maybe like half of the product that I actually applied. So I can tell you that a little bit goes a long way, but it looks really good. And this product I can actually say is actually hydrating or actually moisturizing. Like just the consistency of it and the way that it feels on my skin. Like if I actually had dry skin, I think that this product would do a really good job of actually moisturizing and providing, you know, some more hydration towards my thirsty skin. Like if I had that issue, because it honestly feels just like a really good creamy moisturizer, which I really, really like. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face real quick and come back to you guys with a final look. And then of course I'll come back throughout the day with like, you know, some updates on it and see how it held up. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and finished up my face. I just applied a little bit of concealer, you know, set my face with some face powder, set the under eye area with some setting powder, of course, a little bit of highlight, a little bit of blush, you know, some brows, some little demi-wispy lashes from Ardell, and a red lippy. So definitely not super natural, to be honest. I want to practice a couple times doing my no makeup look, or like my updated vacation look for you guys before I, you know, show you guys it and present it to you guys. So I figured I'd go ahead and do like a semi-glam look. It's not a full-fledged beauty, and I think this is like a really good, you know, quick, easy dinner date night, you know, going out shopping with the girls or brunch date or whatever. So I wanted to see if the moisturizer actually could be used as both as like a natural base or like a base for a, you know, semi-glam or even a full glam look. And in my opinion, just looking at it, it definitely can work for either or. But as far as just it being natural and looking like how my actual skin looks, it looks great. It's very, very light. It doesn't look like I have anything on at all, which I think is awesome. In my opinion, it's more like light to medium coverage, but still pretty decent coverage nonetheless. For it to be a moisturizer, this is pretty darn good. As far as right now goes, I would really recommend, just first impressions and first initial thoughts, I would recommend for sure the Nars Tinted Moisturizer, because it just feels really, really good on the skin. Again, I did apply a mattifying primer before I applied the moisturizer, so we'll see how that also interacts with the moisturizer and see if, you know, if it'll keep my oil under control throughout the day. I'm about to actually go outside for a little bit, so that'll be like the real test. But so far, you guys, so good. All right, y'all, so I just want to check back in with you guys and let you guys see how the foundation, I keep saying foundation, the moisturizer was holding up. It is now 4:20 p.m. to be exact. And I know I didn't do like a timestamp in the last clip, but I did finish right before 12. So it has been about 4 hours since I first applied the moisturizer to my skin. So first things first, you guys will know that it has done an amazing job as far as holding my oil in. I mean, of course, you guys know I did use the mattifying primer, but it still looks really, really good for it to be 4 hours later. I don't really have any like super oily spots at all. Like it looks really, really good. And I think that having and using less product actually helps to decrease the amount of oil that my skin is producing. So I feel like that's kind of what's causing that, which I really, really do like. And I also did set my entire face with powder as well. So maybe that and the primer paired with the moisturizer is what's, you know, helping keep my face together. But right now, you guys, it looks good. And I did just come from being outside for like an hour. So that should tell you guys something, that my face looks this good. I also wanted to note that I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and exchange the shade that I got for the lighter shade. In person, it doesn't look bad, but it's just a little bit too dark for my liking. And I wish that this color was more on the yellow or golden scale, but it's actually more of a reddish orange undertone, which doesn't really quite fit my skin type at all. It's not really working in here because it's like I'm really yellow and then my face is like really orange, so it's just not cooperating. I'm trying to give you guys my thoughts on it as far as the moisturizer in totality. And aside from the non-perfect shade match, I'm really liking it. That is basically my 4-hour update. We're still good. I'm gonna go ahead and actually kind of just blot off a little bit of extra oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my day, and I'll come back to you guys in a couple hours with my final thoughts of the Nars Tinted Moisturizer. So it is a couple hours later. It is now 7:10, so we are about 3 hours past our last check-in, and honestly guys, I'm calling it a night. I'm exhausted and I want to go to bed. So we're about 7 hours past our initial application, and then 3 hours past our last check-in. That for this to be a freaking moisturizer, this has done such a good job. Like, the only areas that I'm really oily in are down here, like right in there, which if I go ahead and just blot that real quick, so you see how that instantly takes away that shine there. And then maybe my forehead a little bit. Again, I'm always oiliest in the T-zone. So if I just blot away those little areas, my face looks pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie, the shade range there is a bit limited. So that's the only con about this moisturizer. But all in all, as far as like on me, on my skin tone, it looks pretty good. All in all, I really do like it. Like, in my opinion, for the purpose that it serves, I would give it honestly a 9 out of 10. Like, maybe even a 9.5 out of 10. Just because, again, it did really well with my oil, which is a huge, you know, concern of mine. And this moisturizer, you guys, is oil free as well. And also, my smile lines, like, they're there a little bit. See over there? Like, there's one and here's one. But as far as like, for me having been talking and laughing and watching TV and all kind of stuff for the past 7 hours, that is really good. So in my opinion, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it lasted really well, and I'd recommend it. So that is it for my review and wear test of the Nars Tinted Moisturizer. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.